Hello there, how are you doing? Now in this lesson, let's talk about polymorphism. Okay, so before we start writing code, let's go through some theory here. Polymorphism is an object-oriented programming feature that allows us to work with different classes that implement the same interface. Okay, so this is super important to understand. Okay, so what it's saying is it allows us to work with different classes, multiple classes that implement the same interface. So in our case, what are those different classes? They are basic and premium, right? But they implement the same interface, right? They implement the same interface, which is customer. Basic also extends the customer, premium also extends the customer. The customer itself also extends from another interface called payer. Okay, so that's what we're trying to understand here. Allows us to work with the different classes that implement the same interface. Okay, and there's a big benefit of this one, and which we're going to try very soon now. Okay, now imagine that we have a function that, given a payer, checks whether it is exempt of taxes or not and makes it pay some amount of money. Okay, so same as we did before in the few lessons earlier, the type hinting. Yeah, so we give the payer, and we don't worry about whether it's a basic or whether it's a premium. The type hinting will work automatically. Okay, so we'll see that in action. Okay, so we'll come back to this section. All right, so let's go ahead and write some code that will check the payer, that will process the payment. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment. In fact, we don't need these ones, so let's get rid of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function. Okay, let me do it on top right here. Okay, process payment. Okay, so function process payment. Now this will take the payer. Okay, type hint payer. Okay, so we can type hint, and we can type hint the interface as well. Before we did the same with class, but now we can do the same with interface as well. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Okay, so payer, now when we type in the payer, it will, behind the scene, it will work all other classes that implements this payer. So in our case, basic and premium, we don't have to explicitly say basic, premium, or maybe some other types will extend from payer in future as our application grow up. We don't have to worry about all that. All we do is we just reference to the main interface, this payer, and everything will work seamlessly behind the scene. Okay, so that's the beauty. So we type in the interface, and then what we do is we give the float. Okay, now given the money, it will check if payer is extent of taxes. If that's the case, what I can say is I can return some message like you are a lucky one. Else what I would like to say is I would like to accept the amount, shorthand multiply equals to, let's say, 1.20% tax. Okay, and then now payer will pay this amount with tax. Okay, so what is happening here is we have this method, we have this function. This will type into the interface, and it will take the amount, and it will check if the payer is extent of taxes or not. If it is, it will show this message. If not, it will apply the taxes and then make the payer pay. The beauty of this one is we don't have to define basic, premium, or any other type. We just type in the main interface and it works. Okay, so let's give it a try. We are importing this one on top, so let's go here. Okay, bookstore domain. Let me see the folder directory here. Payer domain and then payer. Okay, now that we have this process payment function, let's give it a try, and we're going to try on both basic and premium. Okay, so let's begin with var_dump, and we're going to paste that method, the function process payment, and it will take 2 arguments. The first one is the type of customer, right? Whether it's basic or premium. So let's give the basic one, first customer. And then the second argument is the amount it's paying. Okay, so let's say 100. Let's save and let's refresh the page. Okay, must be an instance of payer. Make sure you have saved all your files. Okay, payer, customer, make sure all saved. I didn't save, so I saw the error, but now it's working fine. So make sure you are using the payer as well on top in init.php. Now this function process payment, it takes the payer and process the amount, okay, and then it returns. So when we give the first customer, basic customer, it will say you are lucky one. Change this return type, it doesn't make sense. So what we can do is we just return the function. Okay, so what the function says, whatever the function says, it's extent of taxes for the basic, and the premium don't have to worry about it. So let's use these methods. Okay, copy. Now init.php, if payer is the extent of taxes, return payer is the extent of taxes. Okay, so which payer is passed down here? If it is the basic, if basic is passed down, the first customer is the basic one, new basic, right? So if basic is passed down, it will know that basic has been passed here, so it will return there is extent of taxes, whatever is returned for basic. So for basic, that would be this, you gotta pay. Now, and if we pass the premium, the one it got is the premium one, and it would return the premium class is extent of taxes, and that ones would have this message. Okay, so let's give it a try. Now we used on the basic one, right? We used on the basic one, and we just modified the function to return exactly what it says. Okay, so let's give it a try. You gotta pay tax, mate. Basic customer, you gotta pay. Now let's try this on premium. Okay, let's copy, paste. First customer, let's change it to premium customer. Premium customer. Okay, save, and let's give it a try and say don't worry about paying tax. Okay, so that's the difference between basic and premium, but we didn't have to worry about specifying all that on this function. We just type in the interface and everything worked seamlessly. Okay, so this is the beauty of object-oriented programming. Work with the different classes that implement the same interface. This is it for polymorphism. Now in the next video, we're going to learn about traits. So traits are almost similar to classes, but they're a bit different, and they're easy to reuse. Okay, so we'll see that in action in the next video. Thank you.